What's up, guys? My name is Donut2010, and you can call me Donut2010. Go to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to, I don't know, I may have already said some, I've already messed up. It's fine. Today we're going to be running on the Northeast Corridor, New York. We are going to be running from along our timetable in, what's the weather out there? It's autumn right now, so we're going to go to autumn. And outside where I am, it is cloudy. So we're going to take our passenger engine ACS 64, which could also be used for freight. We're going to our next scheduled line, northbound from Newark International Airport. We're doing Train Sim World 2020 and not 6 because, I'm lame well, I'm not lame, hopefully. I hope you don't think that. I mean, that's just self-criticism. Hey, it's the New Jersey Transit. Oh, no. Jersey might get mad. All you who watch Heist. We're doing trains, train games. Thanks for, popping in, watching. Oh, yeah, I have to unlock my doors. Turns out I have to unlock my doors. I am playing on PlayStation 4, actually. We got our bells. I was about to say we got all our bells and whistles, which would be very accurate in this situation. We got our reverse step forward. Sometimes I like to use hotkeys. Sometimes I like to do it with the cursor that stays in the middle, where you can walk around. These are my HUDs because I can't if I memorized every single route and every single speed limit, that would be difficult. I've done so for the Northern TransPennine and the GWR, because the Brits are better at actually standardizing this and not making it a giant mess and making it a disaster. But anyway, so we got passenger trains, we got Amfleets tied to the back of us, and I say tied to the back of us, I'm not talking literally tied, I'm talking that we use knuckle couplers and they are coupled to us. Hey, we got the 669. Oh, the 69. Yeah, it says wait. I'm not going to wait because, quite frankly, waiting is for those who have patience. I will need all my patience for Northeast Court for the junction. Horn go blare, very important, and bell off. Ditch lights are gonna do ditch lights things. I'm going to turn my my standard headlights, which are the ones up top, too bright. Trains are going. We got a speed limit of 90. We got a speed limit. We got a 70 speed limit indicator. MCB master circuit breaker. Desk click off. Cab lights off. We can look through our own chair. At least we can't do the full 360 view. That kind of gets me disoriented. But we can look at our equalizer, our brake mode. I have it set to Imperial because welcome to the United States, which is where I'm from, where I'm recording, and where I live. So, miles. We're doing everything in the Imperial units. Sorry for all the oops, I'm speeding already. Whoops. I probably won't bother to put the actual speeds in, edit them in. Bad on my part. I'm sorry. 70 miles an hour. I think it was 115 miles an hour. 70 miles an hour is not equivalent to 115 kilometers an hour. Yes, I just said that right. It's about, okay? I'm estimating. I'm okay at math. I'm not great. We got a caution in 400, which means we're going to have this signal bridge tell us, and yes. So we're doing 55 miles an hour, which is just shy of 100. It's 90, actually, yeah, it's 93 kilometers an hour. Hey, we're doing 100. 100 kilometers an hour, that is. We're doing 60 miles an hour. All the Americans. I know my feed, there's quite a lot of, I know that from on the back end of running a YouTube channel, you can actually see who watches it. Most of my viewers are from the US, but there are a couple of Brits and Germans watching. I don't speak German. I can speak British. I mean, we're probably serving biscuits in the. We're probably serving biscuits in our cafe car. I don't know. Those are cookies, I think. I don't know. Oh yes, cookies, biscuits. Yes, cookies, biscuits. Cookies for the Americans, biscuits for the Brits. It's the same thing. I should probably not be using like my electric brakes. I should probably use my actual brakes because we got 400 meters. And we're overspeeding anyway. So aside from the fact that this is for fun. This is for fun. This isn't supposed to like replicate like an actual day of me running over the road. As much as I love trains, as much as I would love to drive trains. Hey, you're like, well, you passed your stop. So long as all the doors can access the platform, we're fine. So we're just gonna, give everybody some whiplash. Some good Amtrak braking. Put our ditch lights on. Ditch lights on. These are our ditch lights. Those are the headlights. Yes, it can be confusing. Hey, the American flag is backwards. No, it's forwards. For everybody who's like, somebody had to teach me this. So, most people are used to seeing the American flag like this. And sometimes you'll see it like waving backwards, like painted on backwards or mirrored. Pardon my cough, but it's actually because the engine's going this way, and so the flag wouldn't fly facing forwards, it would fly facing that way, because the flagpole would be, pressed the wrong button. The flagpole would be, hang on, let me change. Flagpole would be where this blue ribbon is, that's where the flagpole would be. So, flagpole would be there, so that's why it's this way. Flagpole is always actually blue. I forgot what the German flag looked like. I know what the Union Jack looks like, but in Europe, you decided that 5 colors and 25 countries, and you should just share them and just change shapes, orientations, and it's really crazy. Oh, do I have my brakes on? Whoops. There we are. Hey, we go now. Turn off our bell because it sounds annoying. It's electric. It sounds like that. Alright, now let's get back in the cab before we die. That's better. It's pretty bright in the cab. Hey, this screen. I think that is Todd 3. Yes, it's not. But Todd 3 is important because it shows us our actual rate of acceleration. Hey, the speed limit's going to be 30 in a minute. I'm not standing up. I want to sit back down. I want to show you. Sorry. We got our HUD tells us that I am a little bit sick. No, it doesn't. It doesn't tell, the heads-up display doesn't tell us that I'm sick. It tells us that there is going to be a massive speed reduction happening right now because the speed limit is going to be 30. But considering the speed limit is 30, and when we're slowing down, it shows yellow. It says ACCEL, which just stands for acceleration. It tells us how many miles an hour we are accelerating, so what our difference is going to be in a minute. At this rate, we have our digital speedometer, digital pressure gauges, main reservoir, equalizer reservoir, so main res versus the stuff that's connected to the brake pipe, and then the brake pipe, and then the brake cylinder, which is what actually slows down your train. So we're going to go back to our engineer's seat. We are going to slow down. I said something that isn't nice. We're going 0.3% downhill. Because I use percents. Percents is easy. I can't imagine why we actually decided to do this out of 100, like the metrics. But 1% is 1% down means 1 foot traveled vertically down, 1 foot traveled down in elevation compared to sea level, for every 100 feet traveled forward. So, if it's 1.6% up like it is now, that is 1.6 feet up to like 1 foot and like 7 inches, about 1 foot 7 inches up for every 100 feet traveled. We're doing 56 miles an hour. A good hint for you, in case you haven't ever thought this out. If you're traveling somewhere on the freeway or the motorway, depending if you're in Britain, and the speed limit is like 100 kilometers an hour or is 60 miles an hour, you are traveling 1 mile, or if you're traveling 60 kilometers an hour, you are traveling 1 kilometer per minute. If you are traveling 60 miles an hour, you are traveling 1 mile per minute. If you are traveling 100 kilometers an hour, you are traveling 1 mile per minute, not 100 miles per minute. Holy cow, the Japanese couldn't even do that by Shinkansen. They could travel 3 miles per minute because they could go 187 miles an hour at top speed. I'm going to have a hard time with it. My brain is going to, like, up and die. 3 miles per minute, though. Just imagine. Like, you go from one end, like, you could go from, like, what is it? From, like, the end of the northern Honshu to, like, the end of the southern Honshu. I'm sorry, I'm butchering that. The two big islands in a very short span of time, because they're trains that run on conventional rails and are electric, because electric trains are fast. Oh no, not when the speed limit says otherwise. But electric trains are really fast, and you could get there, like, I wouldn't be able to sleep on that train. It would be going the other direction by the time I wake up. Because I run an end-to-end service, I don't know. I haven't looked that deeply into Japanese rail travel. I should have, maybe. Whoops. So, if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments that I hopefully will have had enabled. Hopefully. This editing thing is hard for me, kind of. I know it's just a couple of menus. To me, it's a psychological overload. Anyway, reading all the different things, all the different menus, all the different buttons, and you want to press it. See big red button. Acknowledge. Which is really just, I think it's like I don't know what the acknowledge button is for. I think it's for like PTC, positive train control, for all you Americans. Positive train control. It's effectively like if your train is going way too fast and approaching something dangerous, like a curve. If it's going like 90 miles an hour and it's approaching a 45 mile an hour curve, positive train control will step in, shut off the throttle, apply emergency brakes, and stop that train and slow that train down appropriately, just out of like the need to like preserve lives. It's cost lives. It's cost many lives not having PTC. We're putting 101 amps back into the grid. Allegedly. Not actually. These lights in the video game use real life electricity, in case you didn't know. So I'm gonna break. All these screens, they use real life electricity. Oops. My PS4 is like casually humming like a cream block computer. Hopefully I'll be able to edit that in. Hopefully. I don't know. But it's like a Macintosh. Like, for all you had a Macintosh, that's what I'm talking about. Like one of those cream computers. They looked so good. They looked awesome. Sorry, I'm just like fascinated with the past. Like, you can't change it, but I'm like, they can recreate it. The good stuff. I don't want to recreate the bad stuff like some airplane related events involving high. I'm not even gonna finish that. I might get banned. Let's not finish that. Airplane events or events in history, just in general. I mean, I like the idea of, like, my mind's been fascinated right now with, like, medieval war and, like, how it was conducted and, like, horses and, like, the weaponry. Now, for those of you who have played Minecraft, and have used a crossbow, you know that the crossbows, they're not great, they're not awful. You would I'm sure most of you would take a bow over a crossbow. Now, in medieval war, crossbows were standard because you could always have, it's effectively like having a loaded pew pew machine. But like back then, the longbows, which were invented by the British, I think. I don't know. But like they were superior in speed, in distance, in just overall. Like if they were oh wow, I just stuttered a bunch. If they were in a video game, their stats would be a lot better than a crossbow. Because they could, like, fire, okay, let's break, we got some, sorry, I'm talking about medieval history and trying to run a train at the same time. This is why you pay attention when you're driving your trains. Like, even if you're, like, driving a car, driving a train, flying an airplane, sailing a boat, even if it has motors, you're probably, I don't know why it's still called sailing, even if it has motors, but, if you're sailing a boat, like, pay attention to sailing a boat, don't pay attention to the video. I'm just, like, trying to, pass the time, as it were, he says. He says, as in I say. I'm gonna get, okay. This is how you end up in the realm of, what is it? Crazy? I was crazy once. They trapped me in that round rubber room with round rubber rats with round rubber wheels. Some of you never got that far. Some of you just learned it as a round room with rats. I don't know. The volume turned down, and I couldn't be bothered to buy a screen recorder, so you're just watching this, like, second POV. POV. Wow. My English is broken. Actually, no, it's not true. How is it? What time is it? It's 14:11. Big yawn. Wait, that means it's 2:11 p.m. At this point in recording. Wait, is that lag? That might be lag. That's probably lag. At least you can render that. Oh, yeah, that, my brother, is lag. That is like... I mean... I haven't seen this game lag before. So... either that or, like, my vision is choppy right now. We're not actually going to use the front camera. We're going to use the rear camera because we got to know when those, doors can access the platform. So, put some brakes on. Light brakes. And then gentle application. Hey, look, these lights are remnant of the class lamp era. Oh, it still doesn't render me as stopped. Okay, maybe I need to travel a little bit further forward. But what is my car body doing inside the platform? That is my question. Somebody failed to model that well enough. But maybe that's just me getting mad. Actually, not mad, just frustrated. Isn't that what your mom always says? I'm not mad, I'm like disappointed or frustrated. Now, I'm going to record all of this, but you're going to see this. I'm going to cut this right to when we're done loading. So, alright, welcome back, and after that time skip, we are going to shovel up. I know I just did the math based on timetable. Hey, I know it says wait till 9. I do not care. Where's that? We do not care. Side effect. I don't know. I need that. I'm probably I can't bother to edit. So I'm just gonna do it myself. Like I already did though. But we do not care. So we are going to start off, and anybody in Pirates of the Caribbean, those who fall behind are left behind. We're already speeding. You know, it sounds like me leaving my neighborhood. We're speeding. I'm going 18 mile an hour because the speed limit 15. Because there was a sign outside that said slow children nearby. Now, I understand. Children aren't quick. They've got little legs, and they're also unpredictable. So don't hit them, please. Like, they're viable. They're gonna grow up and probably do something way more important than being a content creator. Well, content creation is kind of important now that I think about it. I don't know. You occupy your time watching this video. I'm not saying it's an excellent use of time. Maybe you'll learn a couple of things. Hey, we're going downhill yet. We're already underground. Now, that is welcome to the New York Underground, where nothing makes sense. It is standard gauge, 4 foot, 8.5 inches. And you're like, well, that's how wide the wheels are. Or the wheel flanges. No, there's actually about a foot of tolerance each way for the wheel treads, because when trains go fast, like you're watching right now, the cab is bobbing. The cab is bobbing up and down. I don't know. It's bobbing up and down along the track. So, and that's because we're going quick, and like considering it's cone-shaped wheels on rails, it's metal on metal, and it's forces and energy and math that some great programmer out there took their time and effort, blood, sweat, and tears to build, only for me to let's just give some creds to that guy, because maybe you should get an award. If you see a fly flying in front of you, don't mind me. Don't mind that. He's just been living in my house for like 2 or 3 days. I really want him out of here, but I'm not gonna kill him. The fly wants to live just like you do. So, or if you don't, that's really depressing, actually. Really, I shouldn't laugh. But that fly has every right to live such as we do. It's just piggyback off my living. So long as it doesn't hurt anything or break anything, I don't got any reason to be mad at it. Sure, you could consider them a nuisance, but which means, for those of you who know what nuisance means, good for you. If you don't, nuisance means irritable, annoying creature, and it's to be annoying, really. But it's okay. somewhere. I don't know. It's tiny. Probably not breaking anything. I'm just going to let off the throttle because there's a speed limit reduction in a mile, 30 miles an hour. And I'm just going to use, mathematically speaking, energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but it will be lost in forms of transfer. So, if say you're driving an electric car, and when you brake, you charge the battery. And when you accelerate, you use energy from the battery. Some of that energy that you were recovering while you were braking didn't actually make it to the battery, but instead allowed for others to make it into the battery. Mathematically speaking, in a gasoline motor, 37% of fuel that is burned actually turns into spinning the tires, or like rotating the axle, I should say. That isn't a car. In a steam locomotive, it is a whopping 13% of coal burned actually, now I know it's indirect, it depends how you look at it, it's 13% of coal burned actually drives the wheels, but coal burns to heat water, water goes to the front, so it's indirect, but water also has a high specific heat, so I don't know, math is hard, and I don't know how they calculate it. Theoretically, I should question it and come up with my own conclusions, but right now, I don't have the time. I don't want to do that. I just want to drive my trains in my video game. And model railroad, because model railroading is fun. So, whoops, may or may not have accidentally, whooped out a secret. It's called model trains. There's also this thing called grass. Maybe you should, I don't know. I'm not saying eat it like my cat or my cow. Yes, my cat eats grass. He's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed, but he isn't the dullest. My dog is more dumb than my cat. But my cat eats grass. He is not a cow. Somebody should tell him that, but he is adorable and I love him to death. So, but grass feels, grass feels soft. It's the dirt under it. I mean, depending where you live, the grass will be soft. In some places, the grass might be a little bit stiff, depending on what weather you've been having. Here, it's currently overcast, kind of like in my video game, because that's how I set it up to be. So, anyway. It's currently overcast, meaning the grass is probably going to be nice, smooth to the touch. The dirt will have a little bit of, compressibility in it. I don't know. There's like a term for it, it's like elasticity or something. I know there's a name for it, and I can't remember the name for it. We learned it. I learned it in school. I say we. I mean I. I learned it in school a bit ago. Must have been 2 years now. 2 years. You're gonna be like, oi mate. Here's a Brit. It was 2 years ago. I don't know what accent that is. Probably Scottish. It might not be. It might be Irish. I don't know, man. It was 2 years ago. I don't know. It was 2 years ago, and we learned about it in engineering. Wait, was that last year? I don't know. Math, my memory is breaking apart. My mind is falling apart. I don't know. It's right before test. I don't know. Have you ever have you ever studied a whole bunch and then walked into class being like, man, I'm gonna demolish this test. this test will be easy. You look at the first question. Your mind doesn't just go blank. It up and dies. It's like, huh? What? Huh? So, I've had that. It's fair to say most of us have had that. But we're running. I don't know what this bridge is. Maybe you can look it up. Maybe I could look it up. I don't really know. Hey, let's go into free camera. Free camera doesn't restrict us to the image, right? Yeah, what is this bridge? I don't care the fact that I'm speeding, but ooh, the triangle over makes it look a whole lot better. That's really good. Excellent, like concrete, steel. Suspension bridges. We're gonna fly through this little like. Oh wait, no, we can't. Bye, train. Hope you find your dad. Let's grab some brakes so that we stop speeding. Actually, get in here, see. I did say that there was a cafe car. I'm now going to show you the cafe car. It's the third car back, I think. No, it's the fourth car back. There's 7 cars on this train. It's the fourth car back. So, I mean, that's the correct place for cafe cars, is to be in the middle of a train. But, I mean, that looks wonderful. Northeast region. I mean, you could just go in there, order probably a hamburger and a Coke. Or a Pepsi, depending on what you prefer. I don't know. Maybe you could get me and my Royal Crown. All of which is not sponsored. I mean, did I expect them to sponsor a small content creator? No. Would it be nice if they did? Yes. But have they? No. So, unfortunately, I say unfortunately. I'm just saying the fact that they're not sponsoring today's video. It is sponsored by my brain, which is functioning right now somewhat. The jobs are rated by completion. On the Northeast Corridor in Train Sim World. I'm sure if you drove like I did with significant overspeed consistently, that would get you a fine and maybe it depends if the FRA catches you. Because I like to say, if they caught you, if you don't get caught, it is illegal. However, I am not condoning being a criminal. I am not condoning that. Not at all. I'm just saying, sometimes it works. Man. I'm at death's doorstep. It's wonderful. Also, face reveal at, I don't know, maybe 10K, maybe 50K, maybe 100K. It's one of those 3, okay? I'm not waiting for 1 million people to subscribe. There's too many people to fathom. So, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I should hold a poll, like, more, like, summer, like, because I get my first YouTube play button, because people get their first YouTube play button at 100,000, I think. And so that's why I was, like, thinking I should do it at 100,000, is because, 100,000 is, like, when I get my play button, so, like, I can take a picture and have my face in it and do all that and post it to my channel for all the world to see. My fantastically, wonderfully not great looking face. Why am I accelerating if I'm overspeeding? I think my voice just corrected that. Oops. That's better. We're just gonna let it sit. 57. I've been ahead of schedule. It's 11 minutes, 8.4 miles if I am tracked. Again, with the 60 miles an hour is a mile a minute. That's how I actually gauge my speed quite a lot. Oops. I mean, it's a really great way to measure because it's 25 kilometers away and you're going, and the speed limit's like 60 kilometers an hour. I'm not sure if it is. Like if it's 60, you can estimate like oh yeah, that'll take me like 30 minutes to get there. It's a mile per minute, or a kilometer per minute. If it's 60, if it's 60 meters an hour, that's depressing because that's 1 meter every minute, which is, I would say, inconceivably slow. But I'm sure there are people who can think about it who can properly conceive what is to travel 1 meter is to travel a yard and a little bit. A yard and a bit. Just 3 feet. It's 39.5 foot. I'm not sure why Dr. Seuss said I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5 foot pole, but that's a meter. And I know it's right about there. So let's say that it's 39.5 feet. Let's just say, for easiness sake, 39.5 feet. Wait, no. 39.5 inches. Maybe that, I don't know. 39.5 feet is quite a lot of feet. 39.5 inches. That sounds a bit more believable. 39.5 inches is, if we say 39.5 inches is a meter, then that is less than 1 inch. That's 3/4 of an inch per second. Wow, I never thought I would be doing this much math. I don't know. See, I don't even have to show my work. We can estimate. That is the best part about being an engineer. Not like a locomotive engineer, but the engineering world of design and functionality, engineering, is that it's you get to assume, you get to make estimates. It's very fun. You get to say numbers is easy. How many more turns do we have? Okay, just the 2.5. It's 3, but it's also 2. But the next, after this, it's 2 left-handers, and the last one's kind of small, so that's why I said 2.5. Let's grab some brakes, go running downhill. We're speedy right now. I have gone full bore, all stop, and then full bore, all stop, full bore, all stop before. It's really tired. It's really, you catch up to the train pretty quickly, but the train is pretty quickly. The Amtrak runs these a lot, at least on the timetable for this. But it's up to you, really. I shouldn't say it's up to you, but you catch up pretty quickly. Oh, crumbs! The speed limit is 45. Well, I guess we can tell the speed limit that sign can't stop me because I can't read. I really should have listened to it because 75 miles around that curve a bit excessive. However, the speed limit's going to 100 and we're doing 80. So, welcome to Speed Freak Village. I am your host, Donald Lord 2010, and we have 3 miles, 3 miles, so we have to properly slow down before we go shut. Now we're doing 100 miles an hour. That's not 2 miles per minute, but which is 120 miles an hour. But it's close. It's not. It's 1 minute 40. Wait. I don't know. 2 miles. So 120 seconds. I need to do the math. I should probably do a little thing that says, I'll probably capture it right here saying that 100 miles an hour takes this long to go 2 miles. It's a bit more than a minute. Or it'll take or I'll say a minute takes this long. Hey, we're gonna be speeding over 100 anyway. We love speeding and not getting ticketed for it. Whee! You can't get ticketed. Don't try to recreate this, please. This is just for fun. Okay, so 45 mile an hour speed limit. How quickly do you reckon we can take the turn? Not at 107 is what I can guarantee. So we're on full service. Ooh, that is a turn. We slowed down. We do have a red aspect telling us that we cannot pass that signal, but it's okay because our station is before the signal. So we're just going to leave it in location, go back to our rear camera, and watch for our doors to reach the platform. You wouldn't actually do this. Your conductor would actually talk to you. Conductors don't just ring up tickets. Conductors don't actually ring up tickets. That's not all they do, I should say. But they do that as a pastime and communicate with the engineer. The conductor is the boss in charge of the train. And wow, the glare from that other engine. Conductors are the boss of the train. And engineers and brakemen, they'll just follow his rule. Follow his instructions. Well, passengers, we are going to end the video there. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and War 2010. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.